evening, everyone. I'm Christine Schiavone, and our show is Spiritual Exploration. Tonight, we're going to talk about Chinese astrology. We did the Western astrology with Deborah Rose, and now we're going to do the Chinese astrology with Raphael Simons. Hello, Raphael.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And so we're going to do that tonight. And now Chinese astrology is very different than the Western astrology. So let's get into exactly what is the Chinese astrology and how does it differ from Western astrology?
Okay. Chinese astrology does not use planets, and it uses elements. It's based on a system of 5 elements in their yin and yang forms, and it's a very complex system of 5 elements.
Now, yin and yang is that symbol that has looks like
it's
black
positive,
and white.
It's positive and negative sides of elements. So
right.
It's a very complex system. This is what the Chinese ephemeris looks like, so that you can see like what this system boils down to.
It's a whole bunch of little boxes.
Can you
and
see
it's got
it?
Chinese writing in them.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We get the gist of.
Okay. It combines, like this year, for example, is the water snake. The snake itself is a combination of fire, metal, and earth, but it's combined into one sign called snake. But the year is the water snake. So there are 5 kinds of snakes. So like 12 years ago was the metal snake. So this is water snake, and in 12 years from now is wood snake. Then comes fire snake. Then comes earth snake. Then comes metal snake, and then water snake. So the signs repeat once every 60 years. So you get a very complex system of it's called a sexagenary cycle of the elements repeat once every 60 years, and it's every 60 years, then it's every 60 months, and every 60 days, and with their hours. So you get an extremely elaborate system.
I was going to say a very complicated system to figure out.
It's really complicated. So in comparison to Western astrology, it compares very favorably. The Chinese astrology will make predictions that Western astrology can make. Sometimes it's a lot easier to find the predictions through the Chinese astrology than the Western. Very few people know how to do the Chinese astrology, but
I'll bet.
Once it's learned, it's actually easy.
Well, tell us, I mean, you have some things that you want to tell us.
I wrote an article, so I thought I might read it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so 2013 is the Chinese New Year on the water snake.
February
the 10th.
To be exact,
Yeah.
of 2013 starts the year of the snake.
Yeah.
The water snake,
Yeah.
you say.
Yeah. The Chinese astrological New Year always starts at the second new moon after the winter solstice. So every year, the New Year is at a different date. Like
Well, this year it's February 10th.
February the 10th, and last year, 2012, it was on January the 23rd.
Wow, so it really does skip around, huh?
Yeah. Also, 2012, there was like 13 moons. This is a lunar. It's a lunar calendar. So every 3rd year there are 13 moons in it. 2013, the new moon's on February the 10th. 2014, it's on January the 31st.
Oh. So in other words, in 2014, when the Chinese New Year comes around again, it will take place on January
The 31st.
31st.
And then in 2015, it's on February the 19th, which is really late.
Really? Wow, amazing.
So, it's always the second new moon after the winter solstice that starts it, and it more or less coincides with the beginning of the Chinese spring season.
Oh, really? Amazing.
Yeah. So the new moon starts at 2:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on February the 10th.
All right, so that will be the start of the Chinese New Year,
Yeah.
Year of the Snake.
It starts at the new moon. So signs for this new year is the year being water snake. The first month is called the wood tiger. Every year the tiger, the first month will change. Like 2015 is going to be like the earth tiger. 2014 is going to be the fire tiger. So this is the wood tiger month.
So each month has
every month
has an element also.
Has an animal and an element.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And so the first day of this year is called the fire sheep. So depending on where in the world you calculate for the beginning of the new year, you get like a different hour calculation. So.
All right. Read your article.
Okay. So. Compared to 2012, 2013 is going to be a lot more active. The predominant element in the chart is wood. So when you have a lot of wood in a chart, it makes for a really active year. Or it's a very active energy. Wood grows. Wood reaches. It moves. It flies.
And that's for everybody. Very active year.
The whole world this year you're going to see a lot more activity than it was last year even.
Okay. What kind of activity? People being busier somehow?
Being busier. Also, it doesn't like to be restrained. So where you see a lot of restraint, there's going to be a lot of reaction. There's a lot of turmoil coming up, especially in the summer. Also, the weather will be more turbulent, especially in the summer.
We're going to have turbulent weather this summer?
A lot of storms, yeah.
Like rainstorms?
Windstorms.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The nature of water snake is very subtle and deep. It favors secrecy and it's best in quiet conditions. Because of the predominance of wood this year, the water snake will be creatively active. And when conditions become tumultuous, it will strike clandestinely.
In other words, like...
Cloak and dagger stuff.
Right. In other words, like the storm Sandy struck? You think it's going to be like...
I don't think that there'll be as big a storms as that.
You don't think it'll be as damaging?
No, but I think there'll be probably like... there'll be lots of hurricanes and typhoons, especially in the east, but I also think that in this country we may see some tornadoes that are big.
Oh, well, yeah, we had a tornado in September of 2010 that came down in my backyard and brought down a huge tree.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so wood conduces to unrestrained growth. If it's blocked, it displays anger. So turmoil and conflict will increase this year. The New Year chart shows a very interesting combination of elements. It tells us that the period of maximum probability for turmoil in the world will be during the 2 lunar months of June 9th and July 8th, which is altogether between June the 9th and August 7th. That entire period will show a big increase in turmoil in the world. And the area in the world that shows the most wood element is in Europe and in the United Kingdom, where we can anticipate increasing conflicts, especially in the summer months. So
conflicts, you mean like political
there'll be a lot of protests in Europe this summer. Yeah.
I imagine that a lot of people will be uprising because of all the economy stuff that's going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Europe is going to be really boiling.
Wow.
Strong wood element of the new year also tells of stormy conditions. The summer will bring severe wind and electric storms.
Wow.
Wood also tells of volcanic and seismic activity increasing. In addition to the 2 lunar months, there's a maximum of wood element from February 10th to April 10th, and then from next December 3rd to January 31st, 2014. So added up, we have 3 2-month periods during which there are big upsurges in the energy that may affect weather, seismic, and human activity in the world.
Wow.
Summer in the northern hemisphere will be the most active period.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. This summer is going to be really interesting.
I just hope that it's not going to be devastating.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so, but it's going to be like really changeable. Now, on the darker side of this chart, there's a configuration called knife blade, or it's called the star of aggression. It shows that certain people in positions of power will become very arrogant and unbending and obstinate, inclined not to listen to reason and prone to taking risks and squandering wealth.
That's already been happening.
I know, but we're going to see this happen like very noticeably. You think they would learn, but they don't. So the chart also has robbing star, and the robbing star is involved with the star of aggression, which means that crime is on the increase in the whole world. And this includes aggressive criminal behavior among people in leading positions.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's happened.
Okay, so we got a bunch of crooks in government.
Well, what else is new?
What else is new? On the brighter side, the chart strongly favors creative activity. It's like this is really a year for creative people.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, don't be afraid of the crooks, just create. It especially favors fields involving philanthropic activities, education, research, publishing, and the arts. In the United States, this will be a highly creative year. It's nice.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
It's definitely like this is a year for
Well, this
making
country has
things.
always been very creative. And look at all the movies that are
Yeah.
coming out left and right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
movies, musicals, plays, all kinds of things.
People are getting active. It's a good energy actually. The chart has also what is called Tianyi. It's or a sky medicine star. Tianyi helps mitigate the negative conditions. Tianyi is said to be a deity whom all the demons fear. She's the luckiest of the stars, and she resolves most predicaments. Tianyi is complemented in the United States chart with another one called Heaven Medicine, which points to advancement in the understanding of the nature of healing, especially in the United States this year. So, Heaven Medicine star favors traditional paths of healing that involve spiritual work. It is strongly positive for things like shamanistic healing, all of which tells us that the most effective way of overcoming the evil forces that we see this year is by working for spiritual awakening and healing. I mean, this is a good opportunity for people. Like, if you tune in on darkness, you're going in a really negative path that will lead to violence. If you go the other way, you can experience some real breakthroughs. So you choose.
That's right. Well,
You choose.
we have free will. We could always choose good or evil, right?
Yeah, but this is a time like, the road's divided. Like the snake has two tongues.
Oh, that's split tongue,
Right,
fork tongue.
yeah. Tianyi in this chart is linked with a star called Nobleman star. This means that when you show goodwill, others will come to your help.
So in other words, if you're putting out good, you're getting back good.
People will come to you when you show good.
What goes around comes around.
Yeah. The way is to be of service to one another and not follow in the dark paths of knife blade and robbing stars. In China, Nobleman star is joined by Tai Chi Nobleman star, which is the most fortunate. So China will be able to make far-sighted and important reforms this year. I think the new government in China has some very good plans
Oh, I hope you're right.
for themselves as well as the rest of the world.
I hope you're right.
So do I. Another star shown in the New Year chart is called Traveling Horse. This favors moving and renovating your home, making significant changes in business. On a large scale, it favors changes coming in international relations. Traveling Horse does not tolerate stagnant conditions. With the predominance of wood element this year, stagnation will be blown away. Things have to change this year. This is the year that things must move.
Do you think things have to change for the better?
They have to change one way or another.
Oh, yeah?
Nothing can stay the same this year. It's going to be a changing year, a moving year.
Well, the only thing that's guaranteed is change, right?
Yeah, but this is going to be, the year it's a year of big changes.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Tensions between those in power and the people can reach explosive conditions if those in power assume rigid position. traveling horse with knife blade and so much wood is a recipe for uprisings around the world. So we're going to see what was starting last year is going to increase in this year.
Well, we're starting in what
with all
way?
the protests.
Protests. So you're saying that there's going to be a lot of protests.
Yeah.
Mostly in Europe, you said,
It
right?
seems more there than here, but definitely
But they will
most
be-
places in the
yeah.
world are going to see protests.
Uh-huh.
The people are not going to be stepped on.
Right. Now, in the Chinese
So-
astrology, each
Yeah.
sign
Yeah.
is an animal of some sort,
Mhm.
right? We have the rat, the ox, the tiger, rabbit, dragon, which is really not a real thing, but snake, horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. Everything exists except the dragon. How do you explain that? Because it's really not, dragons aren't real, right?
I think it's just a sort of like a lizard kind of
Oh, I see.
thing, you know.
I
It's
see.
It's like really like a dragon is this really aggressive,
Yeah.
proactive creature.
Do you think that the signs, the names of the animals match the kind of either the personality or something
To a
about
degree.
the people that they portray?
Yeah.
That they
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you do an astrological reading of a person in Chinese astrology, you're gonna talk about the year, month, day, and hour of their birth to get a complete picture of them, because nobody's just one sign.
Right.
The personality is always
Well,
it's
same
al-
thing in Western astrology.
Yeah, but the personality in the Chinese astrology is always a combination of the year and day. So some people display the day of their birth much more strongly than the year. So. You know, but the year is the basic energy that you are. So I did the predictions for the 12 signs.
Okay. Now the rat is
The rat's the first
one, and that encompasses what years?
1936,
48, 1960, 72.
84.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
84, thank you. 84, 96, and 2008.
Yeah.
So tell us about the rat.
Okay. This year brings some discord, but you can take advantage of discord and turn your disadvantage to your favor. The year favors creative activity, building up your career, and prospering. It also favors romance. This for rat is going to be a lucky year in love. Rat is rat lives in the fast lane.
Oh, yeah?
Rats are very active sign.
And active in what way? With business?
In anything that they
or-
do, they just take off and they run with it.
So then they're very successful?
They can be, yeah, and they're clever, really clever, and they're very flirtatious. So, whenever a discord shows up for the rat, they usually can handle it really well. In
Yeah.
fact, they probably thrive on it. So, the ox.
Okay, that's 1937,
Yeah.
49, 61, 73, 85, 97, and 09.
Uh-huh.
Those are the years that the ox. So if you were born in any one of those years, you are an ox.
Right. Ox is like, the character of ox is very stolid. You can't push them. You can't push them, you can't pull them. They're going to do what they want to do, and they'll do it in their own time.
So
And
that's like the animal itself, the
Yeah.
ox. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
if he's going to stay there, there's nothing you can do about it. He's a big giant.
yeah. It resists pressures. It is very brainy. They think a lot.
And what do you predict for the ox next year?
Well, while the year brings stressful conditions, it will also bring good opportunities if you yield to outside pressure. Aha.
So the ox has to do something that's uncharacteristic.
It's going to have to yield. Friendly people can come to your aid to help you resolve whatever predicaments you might have. So, ox has got to be friendly. The year favors creative activity, putting away money, taking care of your health, and finding contentment in yourself. If you experience obstacles in love, be patient. So this is a kind of year of for negotiating with the world around you. Okay, so let's talk about the tiger.
Okay, the tiger is next. It's 1938, 1950, 62, 74, 86, 98, and 2010.
Okay, so if you're 3 years old this year.
If you're 3 years old, you're still a tiger.
Tiger is a surprising creature. They usually spring surprises.
Okay, just like the real tiger.
Like the real tiger.
They'll sneak up on you. It's just almost like a cat stalking a bird.
It's a cat.
Right, it is a cat.
It's a cat.
Right.
So they won't tell you what they think until they do. So you can be taken by surprise by them.
I'm sure.
They're playful.
They are, okay.
And they can be very aggressive.
Yeah.
So this is a year with tensions building up into the summer. The lunation period of August 7th to September the 4th will be the most challenging for your interactions with others. So look out for conflict around later summer. Nonetheless, the year encourages you to increase your circle of friends and acquaintances and build up your work and your finances. It really sounds like a year to do a lot of growing and meeting new people and including new people in your circle, but be careful about discords coming up later in the summer.
So in other words, it's a good year to meet new people, but you have to be careful.
Kind of. It's a very good year for building up your work. But that could also bring you into conflict because your forward momentum might get frustrated by untoward conditions later in the summer.
Okay.
But don't fight with it. Just keep moving.
Okay.
All right. So let's talk about rabbit.
The rabbit. Now, I'm a rabbit. The years for the rabbit, guess which one I was born? 1939, 51, bingo, 63, 75, 87, 99, and 2011.
Okay.
And that's the rabbit. And so tell us about the rabbit.
Rabbit is a sign that loves luxury. It loves silks and it loves fine things and it is very suave in its manner and it likes to retreat into its own space and not be bothered, although it's very friendly.
Yeah, that's me. I'm very friendly, but there's times I like to just retreat and just be alone. And yeah,
it's a very sensitive creature and very very aware. It's delicate creature. And it's very aware of the energies around it, what other people feel, and what other people feel. It's very sensitive to other people's feelings. And it likes to retreat into itself where it feels most safe. It's a playful animal, too.
Yeah.
The rabbit can get confused if it gets too many conflicting views. It'll get confused and not know what to do. So it needs to be alone in order to make up its mind.
Yeah, that's true.
So this year for the rabbit is good to move, or redo your home, or travel, or start some new aspect of your work. It favors increasing your circle of friends. Friendly people come your way if you need them. So you get help. It's a year for you to take charge of your affairs and to improve your conditions in life. Does that sound
Yeah, it does.
reasonable?
It does, because I'm thinking about some things with my home and everything. Yeah. Yeah, tell me something now. You had said to me the day that I met you to talk about the show that I had said that, all right, 2011 was the year of the rabbit, but I kind of missed it. I wasn't paying attention.
How's
All right. So we were well into 2012 when that information came to me that 2011 was the year of the rabbit. And I said to you, well, I missed it. And you said, so in 2012, we went into the year of the dragon, which comes up next. And you said, well, the year of the dragon's not good for the rabbit, but the following year, 2013,
was better.
The snake would be better.
Yeah.
Now, so you're thinking that this year would be better for me than
Yeah.
last year was.
Yeah.
In what way?
Dragon and rabbit have a discord.
Tell me about it, yeah.
There's a discord between dragon and rabbit. So there's a whole system of discords in the Chinese astrology. Like the discord for the rat is the sheep.
So in other words, there are signs that each sign should gravitate towards and some signs that the signs should stay away from.
The combinations are difficult between various of them.
And the rabbit and the dragon are not?
The rabbit and dragon kind of have friction.
I see.
But rabbit and rat are not very friendly either.
Oh, yeah?
And rabbit and rooster are not.
Well, the rabbit has a few enemies there, huh?
Well, every sign has its enemy.
Right. So then the rabbit and the snake actually get along?
Friendly. Yeah,
they're friendly.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Rabbit supports the snake.
So that's why this coming year should be good for the rabbit.
Yeah, but the nature of the snake tells the rabbit to create something.
Okay.
Because the rabbit is wood and the snake is fire. So the rabbit, like wood creates fire.
Well,
wood generates fire.
Yeah, it can, but it burns then.
Well, yeah, it burns it, but still it creates it. It's like wood gives birth to fire.
Especially if you rub two sticks together or something like that.
Yeah. So what this year is telling you or telling rabbits is tend to business, build, create.
Okay.
Okay.
So and while you're doing that, then it sort of like brings about the success of what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. Snake is fire. Rat is water. So water kills fire. So this means snake year is a money year for rat. Rat should go out and make money.
Oh, I see. So rats will make money this year, but ox, tiger, rabbit will not.
Not necessarily, but it's just the most basic thing. So like snake is fire, ox is earth. Fire supports earth. So the snake year is supporting ox. It's good for their home. It's good that ox can learn new things this year. So
snake will support ox, but rabbit will support snake.
Yes. So tiger also supports snake because tiger is wood, rat is wood, snake is fire. So both tiger and rabbit have really creative year.
Have a creative year ahead of us.
So dragon is earth and snake is fire. So fire supports dragon. And so what this is saying, dragon is getting support this year.
So dragon will have a good year too.
Dragon has a good year.